And thanks to the Magnus Group organizing committee for having accepted my presentation, and that too are the early presentation. Okay, thank you. So I am myself a professor, senior professor and director, earlier School of Environment and Sustainable Development, Center, University of Gujarat, and presently senior professor and director, Parul University, Research and Development Cell. As you know, the topic is biodiesel production from microalgae using bio-nanotechnological approaches. So it is a very quite interesting topic, and it is a PhD student who have made the patent, and after that published the paper. So it is, I like to make a interesting. Please listen carefully. So industrialization, urbanization, agriculture development, increasing population, have all this, and modernization have increased demand for the energy. Now we have the fossil fuel, coal, oil, natural gas as a main source of energy production. But that deplete the natural resources and accumulate greenhouse gases. Out of that, carbon dioxide emission rises 36 billion metric tons in 2020, and it will rise to 45 billion metric tons in 2040. So we have to think of a renewable source of energy. So biomass is abundant, available in the nature. So how to make use of that one for production of the energy, and particularly renewable energy. So it is a biodiesel production from the microalgae. दूसरा अरे ये ना क्या हाँ I
don't know. Maybe you can do this.
थोड़ा पॉवर. Okay, so biodiesel is the algae which is abundantly available in the contaminated water. Otherwise, a small quantity of algae can be adapted and grown also easily, and that can be also capture is CO2. Adaptivity is CO2. It can easily available, and that is abundant available in the nature, which can be used for microbial production. Okay. So biodiesel production from microalgae biomass using bio-nano-based technological approaches. Now, first of all, it is the what we have done it identification and characterization of different microalgae, because there are number of microalgae available. So Gujarat in India is a leading state, industrialized state. So we have identified the Gujarat for the study and identified different area and different algae. The lipid content, after the characterization of the microalgae, we have tried to find out what is the lipid content. Higher the lipid content, higher will be the productivity of the biodiesel. So that we have cultivated the selected microalgae using bio-nanotechnological approaches. Harvesting of microalgae was done using nanotechnological approaches in a design and developed bioreactor. Production of biodiesel from trans-distillation process using developed nanocatalyst. So, and the qualitative and quantitative analysis of biodiesel from the microalgae. Now, each of these aspects in a brief, I will try to explain you. Identification and characterization of different microalgae, this is the Gujarat state. Along the coastal region, we have selected number of site from where we have collected the microalgae, and the samples were analyzed. Now these samples were analyzed for the physico-chemical and microalgal aspect, different microalgae. So all the parameters, pH, temperature, sulfate, phosphate, chloride, nitrate, nitrogen, etc., all the chloride, etc., all these parameters have been analyzed. The total characteristics of water from the different side, the left side, or the different location from the coastal region of the Gujarat. And all these parameters we analyze, and the data is presented. Now, after that, a serial dilution method. One is the location of the along the coastal region in the Gujarat state, number one. Number two, characterization, physico-chemical and microbial assessment, all these parameters. Third is the serial dilution, by which separation of the microalgae we have adopted. So serial dilution method, plating has been done, that everybody knows the microbial process. So different algae we have identified. So there are 12 different algae which have been identified in our study. And these left side are the different algae which have been presented here. And whatever their characteristic, total suspension, solid, moisture content, as contained, specific growth rate, using the gene bank, and all these data have been submitted. A new microalgae which have been identified have been submitted to the gene bank. Now this paper, we have at each stage, the identification, characterization of microalgae along the coastal zone in the state of Gujarat has been published by my student Preeti Raj Pandita and myself in a good quality journal. Now after the screening, after identification and characterization, the next step is the lipid content. How much is the lipid content each of the identified 12 algae are having? So we have seen that one. There are 3 algae which have been found. So we have this drying. This is the process, drying algal biomass, and then the reflux by methods. We have identified that one. It has a upper layer was a water, middle layer was a biomass, third layer was a lower layer lipid. That lipid contained in each of the methods, in each of the algae have been identified. So these are the red color left side which shows 3 algae which have contained high lipid. So having the high lipid means these 3 algae red color, which will be the better suitable for the production of the biodiesel. So, and the property, whatever the properties of the biodiesel, that is also assessed in the algae, so that we can select and proceed further for biodiesel production. Instead of all 12 algae, we have taken only 3 algae which have the high lipid content. Now, cultivation. The third step, after the lipid screening, lipid content, we have cultivation process. The cultivation of the microalgae strain was done in a photobioreactor. The photobioreactor has also been patented separately. It is my innovation and novel, where the photobioreactor, that cultivation of microalgae has been carried out under environmental control environmental condition. What are the parameters we have taken? We have taken the salinity, nitrogen, phosphorus, nanoparticles, and the cow dung, that I will show you that. Cultivation of microalgae in a photobioreactor. This photobioreactor is specifically designed to carry out under the under the controlled environmental condition, under the white light and red light. We have found the more algal mass can be grown under the red light in environmental condition, and the condition have been simulated so that the cultivation of the biomass can be done. Now this red color that shows the red light was very effective than the white light for production of the and enhancing and cultivating the microalgae. And these 3 algae which I have said, that one which have been red line have been selected. Okay, these are the parameters. Again, selected algae, cultivated algae in photobioreactor under controlled environmental condition under the red light have been characterized for the properties of the biodiesel, which one will have the better property. So now, here what is the innovation? What is the novel? As I told you as a senior person, some novel and innovation has been done in this research. What is the novel? Now, we have added the cow urine. Earlier, I have worked for bioremuneration, cow dung, the bacteria, the microorganism present in the cow dung by bioremediation. That concept, cow urine as a nutrient, has been added for the microalgal strains. So we have seen that one, the 0 to 5 to 10, 20, 30, 50 at the milligram per liter of the cow urine has been added during the cultivation process, and it has been found that one addition of cow urine 20 ml per liter was very effective as compared to lower concentration and higher concentration. So that is one of the novel and innovative addition of cow urine as a nutrient. And again, we have assessed the property for the biodiesel. Another, again, salinity. We have another experiment was carried out wherein this salinity trace was given in a photobioreactor by adding the sodium chloride. Again, the sodium chloride was added in the selected 3 algae cultivation at various concentration, and found that when you give the stress by adding the sodium chloride, so that has also separately increased the cultivation of microalgae biodiesel. So these are the results of that. And again, we have assessed the property of the which are required for the biodiesel. Then another impact was carried out separately, not together. Addition of nitrogen and phosphorus as a nutrient in the cultivation process of the 3 different algae separately in photobioreactor. It has also given a very good result, nitrogen and phosphorus addition, and that has also increased the lipid content cultivation from that particular algae. Okay. Another parameter, impact of nanoparticles. Another is the nanoparticles, which particularly iron oxide and zinc oxide nanoparticle have been added separately during the cultivation process, but in microalgae for the enhancing the lipid content. So again, it has given the good result separately. So result of cultivation adding the micronutrient of cow urine, the nanoparticles, giving the stress of the salinity stress, this has given the very good result separately. Again, again we have analyzed the properties of the which are required for the biodiesel. Again, the paper has been published. Effect of salinity stress on growth, lipid productivity, fatty acid composition. So you can understand the very high quality impact factor. Each paper, when giving the cultivation stress of cow urine, published separately. When giving the stress of salinity, publish the paper separately. When nitrogen and phosphorus added as a nutrient, again we have seen the cultivation increase in production. Again we have added the nanoparticle iron oxides, zinc oxide, and maintaining the photobioreactor condition under environmental condition, so that each of the paper have been published in high quality impact factor. Then biodiesel production from trans-distillation process, 4th step, using developed nanocatalyst. Now, what is that? Again, what is a novel and innovative? And most of the nanoscientists, nanotechnologists, and environmental scientists are following this process. We have taken the waste material, egg material, and egg cell that has been crushed and in particular condition, because time limit is there. So it was boiled, oven dried, grinding, passed through the sieve, calcinated, and calcium oxide from the waste, that cell of the egg cell, we have developed the nanoparticle. And these are the characteristics of nano XRD, FTRI, SAM, TEM, etc. We have the facility in Central University of Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Now I was a director. So this process, a total process by which calcium oxide, a nano catalyst has been developed, and it had found. So further having here I would like to give a stress on the nanoparticle developed from the cell, egg cell cover or waste, and how it has become a very effective. That is the most of the scientists see egg cell waste as a heterogeneous nanocatalyst for biodiesel production optimized by response surface methodology. This is a very popular paper in Journal of Environmental Management, Excel, for production of the nanocatalyst, and which we have synthesized, characterized by advanced instrumentation and used as nanocatalyst for biodiesel production. Biodiesel production using S-cell waste as a nanocatalyst also published in a very high impact factor journal. After patenting, first it was patented, then on each of the aspects the paper was published. Then qualitative and quantitative analysis of the biodiesel. After production of the cultivation, transdistribution, we have to analyze the quality and quantity. After all, how much quantity we can get from the biodiesel, it is a cost effective or not, that also we have to say. Whether it stands a quality or not, that is also important. Another important factor is that totally biodiesel synthesis by microalgae may not be used in the vehicle, but it can be used in 5%, 10%, increasing more percent, or even in the field, the microalgae can be grown, adapted, and cultivated, and transdistribution can be done, and a nanocatalyst can be added, and we have the production. Now, this is the biodiesel. So, what are the saturated fatty acids? These are the saturated fatty acids: citric acid, palmic acid, and other monounsaturated, polyunsaturated acid. So these are the three different. Under that, there is specific the chemicals have been analyzed, found there in the 3 selected algae, because we have out of 12 algae we have selected 3 algae and synthesized the biodiesel. And this is the property of biodiesel. So all this one, then we have compared whatever the property of that biodiesel constituent with the ISI standard, with the BISI standard, with the international standard, and found that these properties which we have obtained are complying within the standard, because it should comply within the standard. It should not be toxic. It should not be harmful. It should not be deteriorating the environment. So that has also been taken care of. So it is in concluding, what just summarizing for in a brief 20 minutes presentation, what I could say that one. Microalgae for biodiesel production, selected site 12 assessed. 3 were selected which have high lipid content, and each of the nanocatalyst was cultivated using the different cow dung urine nanocatalyst, then salinity, then X-cell waste, the calcium oxide nanocatalyst. We have also done the experiment by adding a different proportionate, proper proportionate, standardized proportionate together, so that large scale bioproduction can be done. You can also do it separately. You can also standardize the process by adding each of the nutrients during cultivation for increasing the lipid content. Higher the lipid content, higher will be the biomass production. So it was a 39%, 36%, 33% in each of these selected algae were found, and the nanocatalysts which have been added, which were found very effective, and such a novel innovative work has been done, and this has been patented and followed by the publication which are available in the Google and other Scopus journal. So thank you.